Have you heard about the pro basketball team that went up for sale, found two bids at a record setting number, but can't be sold? Well, let me tell you the story of the Connecticut Sun and the WNBA. It's what everyone is talking about these days. Welcome to an episode of Business Decision. I'm Mike Volkanow. I'm a reporter with The Athletic, but today on my show, I'm going to explain what's going on in the WNBA, where the owners of the Connecticut Sun have two offers to sell the team for the most that any team has ever sold for in them. But they just can't because the WNBA is not letting them. It's a story about the sometimes hostile dynamics of the pro sports league. It's a story about WNBA expansion. And it's a story about money, of course. This July, the owners of the Sun came to the WNBA to let them know they had an offer to sell the team. It's something they had been working on for almost a year. They had fetched a $325 million bid from Steve Pagliuca, a Boston Celtics minority owner. No WNBA team had ever sold for more, but the league was not happy about it. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert didn't bring up the deal to the league's board of governors for approval and didn't put up for a vote. So what happened? The Sun are owned by the Mohegan tribe and play in Uncasville, Connecticut. Last fall, tribe leadership told Engelbert that they were going to put the team up for sale. Maybe they sell a small stake. Maybe it's enough to pay for a practice facility. Maybe they would sell control of the team. At about the same time, the WNBA started on another round of expansion. They were at 15 teams and wanted to add another as long playing. Instead, they ended up adding 3 teams. They decided to put teams in Cleveland, Philadelphia, and Detroit. And all the ownership groups were led by folks who already own NBA teams in those cities. This spring, the WNBA asked Sun leadership to see if they could work out a sale to the Cleveland group, led by Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert, who would buy the Sun and move it to Cleveland, according to my sources, and as I wrote in a story for The Athletic. If that worked out, the W would probably grant Houston an expansion team. The Sun and Cleveland couldn't work out a sale, so the tribe started taking offers. They finally landed on one from Pagliuca, who wanted to buy the team for a record price, even more than an expansion team, which just went for $325 million. While the tribe and Pagliuca discussed staying at Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut, he had eyes for moving the team to Boston. But this didn't work for the WNBA. They don't want the team to move unless it's to a city they approve of. They have that right. The W, like every pro sports league, gets to approve relocation, and its board of governors has to sign off on team sales. The WNBA told the tribe that they would not be able to sell a team that gets relocated. While the WNBA added 3 new cities through expansion, it still wants to put a team in Houston. Kathy Engelbert has said so. That city is next on its list. Houston once had the Houston Comets, which were the W's first dynasty and has a rich WNBA history, even if it hasn't had a team since 2008. When the deal with Pagliuca ran into a roadblock, Mark Lazary, the former owner of the Milwaukee Bucks, also stepped up to buy the team. Eventually, he also got to $325 million. He wants to move the team to Hartford, still in Connecticut. That also doesn't work for the WNBA. The league has said publicly that only those cities that made an expansion bid, and there are 9 of them, will get priority. New Boston Celtics owner Bill Chisholm has showed interest too. And if the W expands to Boston one day, some believe that it can get an expansion fee of $400 to $500 million. The WNBA has even told the tribe that as an option to end this process, according to my sources. They could sell the Suns to the league for $250 million, who then sell it to Houston and owner Tillman Fertitta and move the team to Houston. The W has also shown preference to NBA owners, as picked expansion cities and groups. Though some people acknowledge the WNBA business say there is a substantial benefit to having those 2 teams under one roof. But for now, no one is budging. Pagliuca and Lazary want to buy the team for $325 million and move it. The tribe wants to get a market price for the Sun, or it might not sell at all. The W doesn't want the team to relocate to Boston or Hartford and will only approve sales to certain cities and groups. How this ends, no one knows. But it is a part of the league's growing pains as they try to expand to the right places at the right times and avoid the troubles that plagued the league decades ago when teams moved to the wrong places and disbanded. That has put the Connecticut Sun in the middle. A team for sale, buyers ready to pay, and a league that isn't interested. Thanks for watching and listening. Subscribe to Business Decision on YouTube and where you find your podcasts. See you next time.